I'm Liz. That's it. That's the intro. Happy New Year. It's a new year. I refuse to say this year's my year. Gonna be a girl boss. I'm not saying any of that. It didn't work the last 2 years. Or it's gonna be the best year. I'm not saying any of that. I'm gonna say let's survive together. That's good. So instead of writing my my goals or resolutions this year, I'm recording them. I guess I just like to make myself really uncomfortable. I'm gonna do my creative goals because all my other ones, none of your business. The first one is pretty obvious. It's to finish my work in progress, which is knock on wood. I have seen Encanto. Not enough. My current book right now that I am ahead of schedule, I'm going to be finishing very soon. Hoping to finish on time, and then it'll go to my editor. It'll go through a few filtering steps, and then hopefully in the spring. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, that's not all I'm going to say. My work in progress is a historical fiction Western. And I hate saying Western because whenever I think Western, or whenever anybody thinks Western, it's Clint Eastwood. It's white cowboys. Not that there's anything wrong. That's not the only thing that happened back then. So this is in the late 1800s, and I am not normally drawn to historical fiction. I did not set out to write this. It came to me, and it didn't leave me alone. It has turned into something so special to me. And it is about, you kind of follow this family that immigrates from Cuba. Your main heroine of the story is the middle daughter, and she has a mission, and she gets a group of other kick-butt Latinas, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say right now. But it's a whole bunch of Latinas on horses, and they are mad, and I love it. So another creative goal is to just keep moving. When this book launches in the spring, I'm gonna take just a little break and then get right into my next one. Yeah, and I just want to keep going, and I hope the story ideas never stop coming to me because I just love it. Found a little questionnaire. It's called Year-End Review. Man, that just gave me a feeling like in the pit of my stomach, like either for work or for like school. We get like a progress report. I didn't do good in school, so that's never a good feeling for me. Anyway, number 1. One word to describe the year. I mean, I'll leave it at that. 2. Best thing you did for someone else this year. I kept my mouth shut. I mean, number 3, favorite movie of the year. Ooh, I don't know if I can answer this one. You know what? I don't even think it came out this year, but I'm gonna say Knives Out. I'm pretty sure it came out in like 2019, but I don't care because I watched that movie more than anything else. So Knives Out, there's your answer. Favorite show of the year. WandaVision. Definitely WandaVision. I will say Loki is definitely a close second. But WandaVision. It just, oh my God. And then there's only murders in the building. Oh, there's too many. No, there's not too many. Please keep them coming. No, but no, WandaVision blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Love it. Most embarrassing moment of the year. I don't know. I get embarrassed so easily. I don't know. I'll have to ask my husband. No, I'm not going to ask him. That's not a good idea. Okay, next question. Time you laughed the hardest this year. Okay, so last night, it was real late, and I was down a TikTok wormhole, and I could not break myself free. And it was just at that point that everything was funny. And I have a few different laughs. I definitely have an old man wheeze in there, but it comes out even more when I'm trying not to laugh so loud. And I mean, I was an old man in a tea kettle last night. I could not stop. And there's this one video on TikTok, and there's this girl trying to get a swim cap on, and she like uses like her foot, or I don't know how she bends that way, but then there's this other girl, she's like, no, and she puts it in her mouth and she like puts it on her head, but then she lifts it up and she's got the derpiest face. I watched that like 12 times, and I had to like get my Vicks Vapor Rub out and smell it because I had a hard time breathing. It was too much. Something you learned to do or had never done before. I shot a nail gun. I mean, I shot a nail gun. That was awesome. Dangerous, but I liked it. Most newsworthy event. Oh, I don't watch the news. Mental health comes first. Thank you. Biggest lesson learned. You know, I already learned this, but I guess I just like enforced it this year. No is a complete thought. No explanations needed. I went there. Favorite place you visited this year? It's got something to do with food. My husband took me to this restaurant called Luciano's in Duluth, Georgia. It's a bit pricey, but let me tell you, I waddled out of there. I've never had a meal that from appetizers all the way to dessert was 100%. Never. You will roll. Now I'm hungry. Best advice you received this year? Maybe it wasn't advice directly, but Noodles the pug told me it was a no bones day and told me I should stay in bed, so that's what I did. It was great. An achievement you are proud of this year? I will probably go back to my writing because I wrote a story and I queried it for a very long time. I got a request, but it didn't pull through. It was my first novel, and the constant rejection, you know, I knew what to expect, but I didn't know. I knew, but I didn't know. And I was trying to keep my head up. It was a very difficult thing to put that book on the shelf. And I did it because I was tired and I wanted to move on. But moving on to the book that I'm almost done with now, I have learned so much, and I have looked back on that first book, and now I'm relieved that I still have it on my shelf because I know what to do with it now. It needs to be fixed. It wasn't ready. And I'm just grateful that I can go back to it and make it ready, and that I was able to recognize that. Reminisce on one great compliment you received this year. Someone called me a good mom. And I don't get tired of hearing that. I don't know if my girls say it to butter me up, but they tell me, you're the best mom. I don't care who you are. That hits you right in the soul. But I'll take it. When they tell me, I'll take it. What or whom are you the most thankful for? I am thankful that I have my family. The ones that live close, the ones that don't live close, that I'm going from last year to this year with my family. And not everybody can see that. Special shout out to my husband. I love that jerk. Okay. If I had a message from my past self, just shut up and start. Stop just thinking about it. Stop talking about it. You know, your thoughts can flood away. Talking about it, you can forget about it. But if you write it down, or if you record yourself, or if you have a support system, it helps you to be accountable. Whatever the goal is. Whether it's writing, whether it's getting outside more, whatever it is that you want to do. Just do it. Just do it. This is not a campaign for Nike.